Okay. Testing. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Test test test. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. Yep, yep. You got me? Okay. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Test 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 1 2 1 2. You're good? Okay. All right. Thanks, Chris. I'll call you before the second game. Malone will be in. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Chris. Bye-bye.
We welcome you to Jack Casagrande Field on the campus of Brian McMahon High School for this FCX semifinal matchup between the first-seeded New Canaan Rams and the fourth-seeded Ridgefield Tigers. Pleasant good evening, everybody. Braden Shank joined alongside me, Clara Ambrose. And Clara, good matchup on hand today. New Canaan undefeated on the year at 16-0. Ridgefield 12-3-1 on the year. What's in store for us tonight, I should say?
Fast physical game. Both teams have a lot of speed and really like to move the ball quickly in that transition. I think, I'm not sure how high scoring it'll be. I think both teams are used to getting a lot of goals in, but, we'll see.
So we are getting ready here. This is our first of two semifinals tonight. At the conclusion of this game at 7:30, the Darien Blue Wave will take on the Staples Wreckers in a great rivalry. DAF Media will be live streaming that game. You're watching DAF Media in conjunction with Local Live, also being streamed on NCTV 78. As the teams will huddle up, and we await the start in this one. These teams did meet all the way in the regular season. Back on October 14th at Ridgefield, the New Canaan Rams took that meeting 3-0. So they're going to look to repeat that this afternoon, or I should say tonight, as Ridgefield will be opening up in their black jerseys. Number 1, Izzy Redrup, to get us started tonight. And we are underway. Ridgefield moving from right to left on your screen in their black jerseys. New Canaan moving from left to right in their white jerseys. New Canaan passes across field.
Zoe Bennett just misses it off the sideline, but that was a nice transition play from Polly Parsons Hills.
Cacciapaglia strikes it downfield. Gets it right back.
Yeah, that was the third party, so it's going to be black ball again.
Cacciapaglia once again, this time intercepted by the Rams. Floats it up. That was grabbed by Hills.
Yeah, nice reverse hit pass.
Whistle is blown and it will be turned over to the Tigers. Minor moved downfield with it, passes it over to Peters, and she can't stay with it. Falling to the ground but staying with it is Cooney. Dribbles it around, makes a move, stay with it. Ridgefield putting the pressure on. Peters will come away with it. Being double teamed in New Canaan, trying to clear it out, passes it. Nice save there from Kurz, and she can't get it.
Yeah, you're going to see just a lot of really high energy right now. I think, after a few minutes, they'll probably all settle down. You'll see there's just a lot of quick plays.
And Claire, there might be some extra
50-50s, yeah,
anticipation to it due to the fact that there wasn't a tournament last season. The first time since 2019 they really have a shot at an FCAC tournament.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's a lot of excitement and anticipation for, and this has just been a really, really competitive top of the league. So, both teams, I think, are pretty pumped for this game. But still, you can see, not really settled down just yet. Let's see what happens.
And even back in 2019, when the semifinals did occur, these same 4 teams were in it, just a different arrangement of them. But once again, they are back. Ridgefield now with it. Redrup loses it. Whistle is blown. And New Canaan appears to be setting up their penalty corner defensive alignment. Izzy Redrup, the inserter for the Tigers. Looking to get the first shot on net of the night. Redrup lines up. She inserts it. Finds Tuccio. Shot is put up. And the whistle is going to be blown.
Yeah, dangerous first hit, so that's going to be coming out.
Kowalski with the shot. And Canaan will restart it. Some action on that far sideline. Carrazzo knocks it down. Out of bounds, going to the Rams.
Yeah, you notice, when you and I had been talking earlier before the game, just how New Canaan is pretty good at once they get that ball or intercept it, sending that ball to a high forward and just taking advantage of their speed. So that was an example right there. And here comes Ridgefield.
Redrup with it. Dribbling it down. Makes a move, stays with it. And the whistle is
Second
blown.
corner.
Ridgefield will be awarded with their second penalty corner of the night. As the Tigers will look to beat the New Canaan goaltender, the senior Grace Gilman, in net. Redrup once again, the inserter. Puts the insert over to Tuccio. She puts the shot up. Stopped by a New Canaan defender. Right back to Tuccio. And New Canaan will clear it.
Good clear.
Canaan hustling downfield with it. Shu had it.
So you notice sometimes, when you lose the ball, you're not supposed to touch it and let the opposing team take the ball. Sometimes that causes delay a game, which in this case, they didn't call that. But
Canaan moving it around.
to Zoe Bennett. Yep.
Bennett, one of the senior captains for the Rams, gets it downfield to Mitchell.
Ridgefield ball here.
Paglia with the restart. Strikes it downfield. Intercepted by the Rams. Holland. Off the strike from Parsons. Gets it over to Tuccio. Quickly stopped by number 10, Holland.
Yeah, it's Ridgefield ball. And Erin Chris, you notice here, she's a lefty, which is pretty rare in field hockey. Typically, they're ice hockey players. When they come in, they're lefties. It's really difficult to defend those.
And New Canaan now on the rush. Gets it over to Barron, or attempted to. You mentioned Erin Kurz. Despite being a lefty, she's got a ton of recognition to her name. 2019 All-FCAC, and last year an All-FCAC and All-State honoree for the Tiger senior.
Yeah, and she's on her way to Northwestern for field hockey D1, which is a really strong program.
Canaan passes it around. Really moving the ball to all parts of the field. And Ridgefield will come away with it after the whistle. Gagnon puts it up in the air. Peters tries to get it to Redrup, but overshoots her. Here comes Ridgefield. That one will be blown and given to the Rams. Intercepted. Here comes the Tigers now. The shot is up, and kick save from Gilman.
Quickly cleared out. Save picked up.
Carroza put the shot up, but Grace Gilman makes the kick save. Tuccio gets it to Redrup. Tried to beat her defender, but does not fool. Cooney now gets it over to Barron. And she now hits it over to Mitchell. The shot is up, and the kick save is made from Cacciapaglia.
Nice passing combination there.
Canaan doing a great job moving the ball around, having control of the ball. And the shot is up, off a deflection. Ferraro's gonna try again. And that one is still loose. Ridgefield desperately trying to clear it, but New Canaan continuing to put the pressure on. Long shot is up, off. I think they're gonna call that one off the foot.
Yep. Yeah, Polly Parsons Hills took a shot from outside the circle and hoping just to get a stick on it from another New Canaan player, but you know, pretty hard hit.
Take another look at actually a correction. Abigail O'Keefe in net for the Ridgefield Tigers, the sophomore.
Yeah, a little miss out here, but
Redrup now staying with the Tigers.
Kira Cooney just, breaking up the play there.
And Gilman gonna try to clear it out with the kick save, the kick stop. Tries to flip the field, gets it over to Barron. Goes down to Mitchell.
Good touch to Mitchell.
Mitchell staying with it. Wide open. And a nice save there from O'Keefe. She is down. And it's going to be a New Canaan penalty corner. New Canaan was surging down that field. O'Keefe came out, slid, made the stop. And that will send Isabella Shue to be the inserter for the Rams.
Yeah, good job on the Ridgefield goalkeeper to stop that play with an overload of 3 New Canaan players.
The insert. Shot is up in front of the net, and that is in. And they're going to call it off, a whistle. Ridgefield catches a break there, but New Canaan will once again.
Yeah, so if she blew her whistle before the ball went in instead of holding the whistle, then she's recalling the corner.
The ball that went to the back of the cage will result in Shue once again going to insert. Score remains 0-0. Shue with the insert. Gets it over. And that one is in front of the net, and that one is in. New Canaan strikes first. We're going to take another look at it.
I believe it was Shauna Ferraro with the touch.
New Canaan sends it to the back of the cage. And we take another look at it. And it does appear, you mentioned Shauna Ferraro. They're not announcing the names, but I believe she did have the final touch on it.
Yeah, I believe it was a pass from the right side down in front of the goalkeeper, and Shauna had a touch on it, one touch. Nice goal.
Ridgefield down 1-0 after they caught a lucky break on the whistle the first attempt. Ball moving around, Red Rope hustling for it.
Tackled by Zoe Bennett.
Barron. Intercepted by Kacha Paglia.
Ridgefield trying to connect some passes, but running into that double team.
Parsons tries to get it over to Barron. It's going to stay with the Rams. Zoe Bennett. Has it. Sends it in the circle. Barron stays with it. Trying to get it. Trying to center it. And the whistle's going to turn it over. Ridgefield now.
Yeah, making a move. Let's see what this call is.
Ridgefield player fell to the ground. Clock remains to tick. Carraza. The restart. Senior captain for Ridgefield. Sends it over to Seal.
Yeah, Julia on her very strong. She has also an older sister. Julia's on her way to Holy Cross. I believe her sister's at Providence
That is
College.
correct. Bella Carraza. Kick save from Gilman.
Save.
Front of the net. Red Rope trying to bring it out. The whistle will clear it.
I tell you, both teams have had chances in front of the cage. The goalkeepers are going to be put to the test.
This should take us to the end of the first quarter. Canaan leads 1-0 off a goal, we believe, from Shauna Ferraro. We'll be back with second quarter field hockey on the DAF Media Network. We welcome you back to Casa Grande Field on the campus of Bryant McMahon High School for second quarter field hockey. We did get confirmation Shauna Ferraro scoring that lone goal for New Canaan in the first quarter. That's where we stand, 1-0.
Yeah, well executed corner on that, on an insert from Izzy Shu to Polly Parsons-Hills. A little dish off to Zoe Bennett, and then a one-touch from Shauna. Nice goal.
Something that New Canaan really dominated within the first quarter, moving the ball around to a great level.
Oh, great move.
Better up. Turn it over to New Canaan. Parsons Hill gets it over to Richardson. You're watching DAF Media in conjunction with Local Live, also being streamed on NCTV 78. Braden Shank and Claire Ambrose with you. So glad you could be with us.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here after an entire year off, right? So didn't have the pleasure of doing any commentating with you guys. Staples did not play Darien last year, did you?
That is correct. The pandemic season,
Yes.
teams being broken up into their smaller pods, no official FCAC tournament. This year, a much more normal year. And ending in traditional fashion with an FCAC and state tournament still to come. Tebby strikes it over to Luft. And overshoots Mitchell. Canning putting the pressure on to stay in there, attacking 25. And cleared out to be stopped by Bennett. Tried to center it.
Ridgefield with the ball. And a lot of pressure from New Canaan.
Some action on that far sideline. Ball will roll out of bounds. Mitchell. Short little pass. And it will go out of that end line. It's looking for Richardson.
It'll be a long hit for New Canaan. Just a little bit of a bobble at the end.
Whistle's blown, staying with the Tigers. Moving the ball around. Carraza. Looking long, and it sends it out of bounds. Once again, this is the first of two semifinals tonight here at Brian McMahon. We will be live streaming both of them. You have the 1 versus the 4, New Canaan versus Ridgefield. And at the conclusion of this match, Darien will be taking on Staples in the 2 versus 3 match. Bennett has it. Gets it over to Mitchell. And Ferraro is looking to add a second goal to her name. Carraza quickly intercepted by number 20. Tuccio. Gets over to Carraza. Once again, using that far sideline. It's Luft.
Yeah, I think we're going to see this matchup between Polly Parsons-Hills and Julia Carraza the entire game. You can see they just seem to be battling it out in the middle.
Red Rope slips. And they're going to give it to the Rams. Cooney. Intercepted by Carraza.
Inside the 25, trying to drive the baseline.
Carraza puts the long shot up, deflected. And New Canaan He's going to try to clear it out. Paglia tried to keep it in the whistle. We'll get it over to Mitchell. Centers it to Ferraro.
Well, and stopped by Ridgefield.
Double teamed by Ridgefield.
Yeah.
Ferraro with the quick restart.
Yeah, call for, so inside the 25 on any free hit, you have to carry the ball 5 or pass the ball 5 before it can go into the circle, so she's calling her back from that.
And Paglia is going to strike that one out of play. Ridgefield going to let that one go past the end line. Giving it back to Paglia. Interception there from the Rams. Ferraro. Off of a Ridgefield shin. Canaan doing a great job keeping the ball in the attacking 25.
Ridgefield just trying to clear it, get out of some trouble.
Zoe Bennett gets it over to Ferraro. Another whistle, and it will stay with the Rams. Bennett with the restart. Dribbling with it in that near corner. Referee's going to call that one back.
Zoe Bennett with the ball again. Let's see if she's going to carry it 5. Yep. Draws the corner. Good job. Zoe's going to Johns Hopkins in the fall. Great school.
Canaan will line up for the penalty corner, their 3rd of the night, scoring on their last one. Next to a goal from Shauna Ferraro. Isabella Shue, once again the inserter for the Rams. She inserts it to Parsons Hills. To Mitchell, right back to Shue. Ridgefield desperately trying to clear it out. Send it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was an interesting corner, you know, behind the back. And then another pass down low. Didn't quite work out, but pretty.
That's something that many teams use to their advantage. It's being very effective on scoring on the penalty corners. And as an opposition, you're just trying to clear it out. And a slight collision there. Ball will roll out of bounds. Going to Ridgefield. Flies that one up. Intercepted. Canaan now with it on the 40-yard line. Staying with it after the whistle. Intercepted from Tuccio.
Ridgefield trying to just connect some passes here and get upfield.
Tigers have only had a couple shots in the match. They currently trail 1-0 to the New Canaan Rams. With a spot to the FCAC Championship on the line. Canaan moving the ball around. Bennett. That's actually, now it's given to Bennett. Over to Barron. Carolyn Barrett with it. Barron with it.
She'll look to get a corner.
whistle stopping play.
Yeah, initially I think she was calling it out, and then I think it was a third party on Ridgefield, so it would be Canaan ball.
Canaan staying with it. Redrup tries to get it down the sideline, intercepted, and hit up, and the whistle's going to be called there. Parsons Hills hit that one a little too high for comfort.
Might have been a good shot on goal, but in the middle of the field, maybe a little tough if there are a bunch of people around.
I've been a little bit far for a shot. Parsons Hills once again with it. She puts that one up and a little high over the net. Parsons Hill was looking to go top shelf with it. And a shot that I can't imagine is easy for goaltenders to save, that high shot.
That reverse hit is really, really difficult to see. You can't really see the angle it's coming off. The player hitting the ball, they always have their back. Here comes Ridgefield.
Rudrup hustling for it, stopped by New Canaan.
That was Kira Cooney with the stop there. Here comes Ridgefield trying to...
Ferraro hustling with it at midfield. Turned away by Carraza. Short hand off to Tuccio.
This is Jane Holland with an interception there. I think you notice a lot of interceptions on those 50-50 balls, both sides.
Gets the breakthrough
Molly Mitchell.
to Mitchell.
Oh.
The whistle is blown.
Just outside the circle. I think tensions are high, don't you think?
A little bit more aggressive than your average field hockey game. And the Canaan will be awarded with the penalty corner. Canaan with the quick huddle up. With 2.5 minutes left to play before the half. In this FCX semifinal match between the Ridgefield Tigers and the New Canaan Rams. Shu, the inserter. Dribbling with it is Bennett. And that one will roll out of bounds. Paglia strikes it over to Tuccio. Curse. Lose it to Parsons Hills. And the whistle is going to be blown there.
I think we may see a card here.
And she is going to issue a card to Polly Parsons Hills.
Looks like a green card. 2 minutes. Usually in situations like that, it's usually they start out with a warning, and which they may or may not have given, and then on a second foul, they get a green card.
And you mentioned Clara in that first quarter, a little bit more aggressive. There wasn't a card given out. A couple Ridgefield players fell to the ground. Parsons Hills does pick up the green card. That one striked all the way downfield.
So with 1 minute left, Polly will need to finish out the rest of the card, probably just in the beginning of the second half.
Barron will let that one
Just outside.
past the end line. Paglia dribbling with it. Canaan putting the pressure on, trying to get some offense together before the half. Barron tried to center it. Knocked away, kept it by
Cleared by
Bennett.
Ridgefield.
Hers. Past one defender. Intercepted there.
Just out of bounds.
And that will take us to the half. Clara, what'd you see in that first half?
I'll be honest. I think both teams are very aggressive. I think possession time is on New Canaan's side, but I definitely would say that both teams have had some chances to score. Both goalkeepers have been pretty strong so far. Not that many shots on goal. Right now I think New Canaan is pretty dominant once they get down inside the 25. So we'll see. But I would say that Ridgefield, I would say that they're just as capable of scoring. So I think the second half will be pretty exciting to see.
New Canaan leads 1-0 over Ridgefield thanks to the lone goal coming from Shauna Ferraro. You're watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. We'll be back with second half field hockey. We welcome you back for the second half in this one between New Canaan and Ridgefield. New Canaan currently up 1-0 over the Tigers. You're watching the DAF Media Network. Our production crew tonight, all student volunteers: Emily Fox, Adam Nelson, Ryan Peck, and our DAF Media Advisor, Damian Andrew. Braden Shank and Claire Ambrose with you. So glad you could be with us on a frigid Tuesday night. The wind's starting to pick up. Supposed to rain momentarily here. But we are underway. The teams will switch sides. So New Canaan is now moving from right to left on your screen in their white jerseys, and Ridgefield moving from left to right in their black jerseys.
Yeah, we were just talking about how the last time we were here 2 years ago, the weather was rainy and freezing, and all the windows were fogged up. So I think we're pretty lucky, even though it's cold, for it to not be raining just yet.
We are here at Brian McMahon High School at Casa Grande Field, the usual host for these field hockey semifinals and finals. Redrup now tries to dribble it past her defender. Ridgefield going to try to put some offense together here early in the third quarter, something they struggled with towards the late half of the first half. Turn right the other way from Minor. Peters made the move, staying with it.
Trying to draw something into the circle, but cleared. Here comes Zoe Bennett.
The New Canaan defense has been stellar so far tonight, and really all season. The Rams have only given up 3 goals in their 17 games. It's a feat that is very tough to do for any team, and a big reason why they're undefeated this season. Quick restart there from Barron. Carraza gets it over, striking it down that far sideline. Carraza. Whistle will be blown against New Canaan. So Ridgefield will restart it. Once again, this is a production of DAF Media in conjunction with Local Live, also being streamed on NCTV 78.
Cannonball over on the sideline. You notice Ridgefield pack one side of the field on their press.
Moving the ball around, trying to flip the field, intercepted.
Here goes intercepted by Ridgefield.
Minor coming out of nowhere to intercept it. Gets it over to Mackenzie Peters. Redrup